Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Once I went to somebody's house for Bhiksha, and after Bhiksha they took me to their temple, house temple, and showed me the various gods. Then I said, "Are you doing this japa?" "Yes." "How do you know?" I said, "Don't worry about it. Show me how you do the japa." So she took the mala. How many malas? 3 malas I had to do. How much time it takes? Sometime if I have got time, then I take half an hour. Sometime I have got 5 minutes, then I do the SMS japa. Not Jai Sri Krishna, Jai Sri Krishna, Jai Sri Krishna, JSK, 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 JSK. Hari. And this habit of Hari is such that it becomes a burden on our system. Lord's name should not be taken like the Ayurvedic medicine. You know how is the Ayurvedic medicine? Terribly bitter. You know the principle of the Ayurveda? They give you such a bitter dose to avoid the second dose. You say you are okay. So also, when we are taking the Lord's name, are we taking it like the Ayurvedic medicine? And if you have got unfortunately long mantra, Om Bhurbhu Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayata Om Bhurbhu Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayata Om Bhurbhu Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi, and ultimately Om Bhurbhu Hari. This is not the way. See, why we do Hari in life? Because we are not disciplined. If you have to finish your, suppose, puja, japa, etc., then begin early rather than hurrying up and making a mess of your spiritual practice. See? Therefore, discipline is the key of success. As much in the material world, so much on the spiritual path. See? That is why we are in a hurry. On the contrary, you chant the Lord's name like you eat a chocolate. How do we eat a chocolate? Do we put the chocolate in the mouth and gulp? No. We taste it slowly, steadily. In the same manner. Om Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. We are not giving an account to the Lord. You find out how much time you have at your disposal. Suppose you have 5 minutes. Never mind. Then chant only for 5 minutes, but with full involvement. See? You know, many people go to sleep while doing meditation or japa. Because you start reducing the supports. You know, in this tabla peti, even if you want to sleep, you cannot sleep because there is so much of noise. But as you start reducing the supports, all your harmonium, tabla, singing, cymbals, clapping, everything gone. Then you take only one mantra, one mala, no crowd around, all by yourself. Then that also is dropped. You are just by yourself and extremely slow, as if you are tasting the Lord's name. As we reduce the supports outside, we merge in the Absolute. And this is what we do when we go to sleep. We start leaving the supports. Finally, we start closing everything. And we come to one mantra. I want to sleep. I want to sleep. I want to sleep. Ultimately, then I and the want, that also disappears. Then the sleep begins. This is what is called as getting freedom from hurry. And this is possible if we remain aware of the time. And to remain aware of the time, we have to be disciplined. And when we are disciplined, you will see life is relaxation, cheer, joy, peace, bliss, not blisters. Therefore, the first four principles we have seen to work on mind. Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayam. These four are the external disciplines. See, when we learn driving a car, where do we learn? On the expressway? No. We go in a huge open ground, let us say football ground, and there you learn. And if there also, if we find out a tree and hit because of our expertise, are we capable and free to go on the express highway? No. In the same manner, if we are not able to handle ourselves with the outer world, we will not be capable of facing our own mind. See, friends. Therefore, Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayam, these four principles are technically called as Bahiranga Sadhana. It is external disciplining. So, if we look in our personality, one is outside, second is inside, and the third is the gateway. The outside world enters through the gateway of sense organs. I am seeing you all. How do you enter me? Through my eyes. If I close my eyes, you don't exist for me. The moment I open, you all enter in me. See. Therefore, the second discipline to go beyond hurry, worry and curry is called as pratyahar. Ahara means to eat. Pratyahara means to avoid to eat, abstain from. And it is possible if our external life is disciplined, then the things come in front of us. Are we having the freedom? Be very attentive. How do we attain pratyahar? Are we having the freedom to say no to the world and also listen no from the world? Both the things. those who do not have courage to say no, they are extreme weaklings. And such people then blame others, actually I don't want to do it, but my wife goes on putting and I eat, and then the Madhya Pradesh comes out. See, are we furniture? Like, many times people sit in a row like that, Pangat, and Are bhai, Mehta ji ke liye laddu le aao. Mehta ji doesn't want, but I want. So, nahi, mat dena, inko mat dena, give me. See, friends, let us have this courage to deny. Those who have the courage to deny, they only can protect themselves from themselves. Atmaiva atmano bandhu, atmaiva ripuratmana. We are our enemy. Nobody is outside anywhere. See? And then second thing, the ability to listen to no. Two things. There was one girl, an architect. She was teaching in a college, and a South Indian girl. And she decided to get married to another architect, a Punjabi boy from Delhi. Their engagement took place in Bombay with the consent of all the parents, everything. Now this Punjabi boy, when he came to Bombay, he saw her friends, and one of the friends he liked very much. So when he went with that friend and got the wedding cards printed and sent to her. Please consider our engagement cancelled. Thank you for introducing me to this girl. I am getting married to her. This denial has such a terrible impact on that girl that she regressed in her age and became like a 5-year child because she couldn't take that no. See, friends, therefore, unless we are disciplined in the outer world and unless we have courage to close the door, the gateway to our mind is through sense organs. We have to have the courage to deny. No means no. See? Then only we really mean business on the spiritual path. Otherwise, normally what happens, we do the thing and afterwards regrets, frustration, why did I say that? No. And this is pratyahar. Unless pratyahar is perfected, we have no entry to work on the mind internally. From here onwards, the antaranga sadhana begins. The inner disciplining begins. See? As we have seen, all these three, Hari, Vari and Kari, they are existing in the mind. If the mind is controlled, all three are transcended. See? Therefore, before we control the mind, let us understand what is an uncontrolled mind. See? Unless we know what is a healthy condition, how will we know whether it is unhealthy condition or not? So if we want to control the mind, we must know what is an uncontrolled mind. We only say, not well defined. I am very disturbed, what should I do? Don't get disturbed. Nothing can be said. Because it is so vague. And then what happens? We become complaint masters. Today I gave Amma one sticker on her fridge she has put there. We live here at 0 complaint level. These stickers I got printed somewhere in India, few were left, I brought them here. So where we printed them, then that lady told me, Swamiji, please put it by your hand so that everybody will read that. So put there. So she asked me to put somewhere. Now I had to take a stool, climb and put it. And when I put there, it was not parallel to the ceiling. I couldn't see like that. So it was little bit, like the Best Buy, that kind, little bit. And when it was like that, she says, Swamiji, it is not perfectly parallel. I said, first read loudly. We live here at zero complaint level. Don't complain. Normally, we complain about the mind. Complaining is not going to solve any problem. See? It is my mind, and I come to you with a complaint. And who are you? You are a victim of your mind, and I am a victim of my mind. So one victim is trying to control the another victim, and both become victimized. It is not possible. See, therefore, instead of getting into that complaint mode, let us understand what is the meaning of a disturbed mind. Mind works on three parameters. One is time, second is space, third is object. Remove these three parameters, mind disappears. So first, our mind gets carried away by the parameter called as the time. We never want to stay in the present. The mind will always, they call it flashback, but actually it is a flashback. It is not flash. All the old stuff, when we were in Navsari, who cares? See, we don't understand this basic principle. Old people like us have no future, only past. See, longer the past, older the person. Older the person, he never lives in the present. And we don't understand that others are not interested in our past. They are concerned about their own future. But what do we have? If I have got only peanuts in my pocket, I can't distribute chocolates, isn't it? In the same manner, we are all the time talking about the past, talking about the past. Therefore, to control the mind, the first technique will be stop talking about your past and don't ask anybody about their past. Try this. Many people come and ask the same question to us. Swamiji, where from you are? Now I don't remember to whom, what bluff I have given. So, and in my expression sometimes it comes, in our Punjab. So when I say in our Punjabi, there is a Punjabi. Then after the lecture is over, that Punjabi Amma will come. Swamiji, tusi Punjab to? Yes. Now caught. Where from? Next question. Now I had to ask, where from you are, Amma? Swamiji, we are from Amritsar. I am from Jalandhar, under the water. And then, sometimes suppose I am somewhere and I say, in our Maharashtra, then another lady comes. Swamiji, tumi kutle? It becomes a problem for me. Then I ask, where from you are? Swamiji, we are from Kolhapur and I am from Solapur. I had to avoid that place, otherwise they will ask which gully. I don't know. And once I was caught. One lady says, Swamiji, what is this? Sometimes you said you are from Punjab, sometimes you are from Maratha. Who are you? I said, I am a Paratha. माँ पंजाबी बाप मराठा दोनों का हो गया इकट्ठा पराठा. How does it matter? See, I told you that day in South Africa there is a temple, And those trustees came and they asked me, Swamiji, what we have to do? Nobody comes to the temple other than the trustees. What is to be done? I said, what is the name of your temple? Read it loudly. The name of the temple was Surati Gujarati Krishna Mandir. So in that, who is the most important? Krishna is not important, Mandir is not important, Gujarati is not, Surati is important. But Surat, Surati. See, friends, how much we get lost in the non-essentials of life. Therefore, one of the most important things, don't talk about your past and don't ask anybody about their past. You will have nothing to talk. Then what to talk? Then talk about the weather. See, last 3 days above 100 degrees Fahrenheit. It is a record of 10 decades. Now who is going to check it? You say something, that's it. Time pass. Or else talk on budget, which you don't understand. And the other person also doesn't understand. Talk on budget. See, 3 trillion dates. Now we do not know what is the meaning of 3 trillion. After 1, how many zeros makes 1 million, 1 billion, 1 trillion, and like the 3 trillion, oh God, okay. The mind goes in the past all the time. Do you know why? Nobody wants one's death. So is the case with the mind. Mind doesn't want its own death, and therefore the mind keeps on feeding itself. The 3 components of food: fats, carbohydrates, protein. Past is like the carbohydrate. Future is like the protein. Present is like the fat. See, so we are all the time either going in the past, jab hum jawan the, or you see the things happening presently, जाने कहाँ गए वो दिन, भाड़ में तुम भी जाओ. Such frustrated people are not qualified for spiritual path. They are designed to be miserable. See? Or else the mind runs in the future worries all the time. पता नहीं आगे जाके क्या होगा. If you don't know, relax. If you know, prepare. Where is a place for worries? About the future, we have to plan and work on that plan. What we do about the future, we worry. Worry about what? Those problems which are nowhere nearby. We only imagine the problem. And then with that imagination, we start getting lost. And the problem never comes in our life. See? And the mind works in the 3rd place, is in the present. How the mind works in the present? In terms of comparisons. Like many places we go, they say, Swamiji, आज का मेडिटेशन जमा था, कल का नहीं जमा था. वो क्या आइसक्रीम है? कभी जमा कभी नहीं जमा. See, the mind will make us miserable by running in 3 periods of time. See, friends, we have to stop this. Then it is called as control of mind. 1/3 control of mind. Second thing, the mind runs in places. See? Suppose you have gone to let's take Tibet. Now when you are seeing the thing there, do you think we'll remember that Tibet? The one story I read. There was a daughter-in-law and a mother-in-law. Mother-in-law went for all the Tirtha Kshetras, Badri, Kedar, etc., etc. And daughter-in-law was at home. He was taking care of the house. And it so happened both of them died and went up. And gatekeeper told mother-in-law, go to hell. And daughter-in-law, go to heaven. So the mother-in-law said, probably you are making some mistake. Actually, I have gone to all the holy places, not my daughter-in-law. Then the Lord said, look here, when you are in Badrinath, you are remembering Dudwala aaya hoga ki nahi? When you are Kedarnath, you are remembering whether my daughter-in-law has given food to the youngsters or not. She is very lazy. You were physically in the holy places, but you were never there. And your daughter-in-law, she was all the time thinking, now Sasuba must be in Kedarnath, kitna acha hoga, and main yahan baiti hu. So she was already there. See, friends, we don't stay where we are. This you all must be experiencing. You live very much in this country, but you are never in this country. All the time. Remember last time I told you autobiography of a Gujarati? Do you remember? Those who do not know, I will tell again. Because there are some heads like this, some heads like this. Every Gujarati is born, I don't know why, by default in Navsari. And this Navsari brand Gujarati is never happy in Navsari. He wants to go to Ahmedabad. Gujarati never goes to Ahmedabad. And there also he is not satisfied. He comes to Mumbai, never to Bombay. And after he comes to Mumbai, there also he is not satisfied. He has to go to America. After he comes here, if he is a Gujarati, he cannot be satisfied. So he has to do something and get the green card. He gets the green card. Then also he is working hard to convert the green card into citizenship. And finally he becomes citizen. By then he is 65. And then he wants to go back to Navsari. Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purna Purnamadachyate. See, friends, this is how our mind doesn't allow us to be where we are. This is how the mind becomes stronger and we become a weakling. See, friends, in a school, a teacher draw a line on the blackboard with a chalk stick and told, somebody come and make this line short. One student came, took the duster. Don't touch the duster and the line, still make it short. I don't think anybody can do it. He went back. And one thin looking insignificant child came, he took the chalk and drawn a parallel longer line. Friends, the world is powerful when we are a weakling. The strength of the world is borrowed from our weaknesses. See? And then we complain, my mind is very disturbed. Naturally, how much time we have spent to look after the health of our mind. See, if somebody is having one leg, elephantitis, other leg, polio, can we say average leg size is okay? No. See, friends, we have to have a perfect understanding of this mind. So the mind runs in time, it runs in places, and third, the mind runs in objects. लोगों की बहू कितनी अच्छी होती है, मेरी देखो. See? Constant comparisons. Let us understand these three parameters. We have to control them. See friends, how to do this? This is what Patanjali says, Dharana, Dhyan, Samadhi. So which are the 5 chapatis? First, Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayam, Pratyahar. 5. Now the last 3, Dharana, Dhyan and Samadhi. So unless the first 5 are taken care of, the remaining 3 will not be possible. See friends, now when we come to take one by one principle, see, first we have to fix the mind in one place. Fixing the mind in one place is called as the practice of dharana. So when we sit for meditation, fix the mind in your heart. Bhagavad Gita says, Sampreksha nasikagram swam dvishasyanavalokayan. Sit in a proper place and look at the tip of the nose. There are 108 jokes in Bhagavad Gita. If you have got a WQ means wit quotient, you will be able to discover these 108 jokes. If you can discover them, you are one with Krishna. And the joke is, Bhagavan says, sit in a proper place and fix your mind on the tip of the nose. So I as a husband will sit and call wife. Hey wife, come here. What for? I had to do meditation. Then do meditation. No, Bhagavan told, fix the mind on the tip of the nose. You sit down, on your tip of the nose I will fix the mind. Bhagavan said, no. Sampreksha nasikagram swam. Your own tip of nose. Oh, don't take external support. What is meant is, instead of crossing the eyes like this or making the Shambhavi Mudra, don't get into all that. Simple technique, close your eyes, fix your mind in your heart, not the bloody heart. The center, the sternum is called as our spiritual heart. It is here the first throb of consciousness happens. And when the consciousness throbs, immediately because of that there is expansion of the consciousness, and because of that a vacuum is created in the thorax, and because of the vacuum the air is sucked in. So breathing in is a passive process, it is not an active process. And once it starts, it continues till the conscious throb, the Chetana Spandan continues, it continues. Then you can't stop it. So, to this spiritual heart, we bring our mind. From here, the mind must not go anywhere. 1/3 mind is nailed. Now the second thing. The mind runs from object to object. So, out of so many objects, select one. And if the object is the Lord, nothing like that. So you, in your heart, you install Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Now be very attentive. Don't install a statue, an inert vigraha of the Lord. In the heart, it is the Chaitanya vigraha, a living Krishna. Otherwise, one statue will stand there. No. So mind is brought to the heart. There, Bhagavan Sri Krishna is standing. He is breathing, going on. There is a smile on his face. Eyes are so beautiful. His pitambar is moving because of the air. His palms are seen red. The flute is on his lips. So, one place, dharana. One object, dhyana. Now the third, time. One place, one object for a longer period of time is called as samadhi. When these three things happen together, trayam ekatra sayyamaha. When these three things happen together, then it is called as sayyama. So where from we start the practice of controlling the mind? One end is yama, niyama, asana, pranayam, pratyahar, dharana, dhyan, samadhi and sayyama. So we start from the yama and conclude in the sayyama. When thus our mind is fully under our control, then there is no hurry. Because you know, from here to there it takes this much time. See? When we were coming to the airport at Raleigh, so I told my friend, I said, hey, we are getting late, let us rush. No, Swamiji, it takes only 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I said, even then we should go fast. Sometimes something happens. But as nobody listens that you are Brahman, they don't listen even this thing. So I am always dependent, so I went, we were late. And this time, Swamiji, there is no queue in the security. And when I went there, a huge queue. I said, now what do I do? No, Swamiji, don't worry. I said, don't worry. When you have to catch a flight, then you understand, don't worry. Why didn't we start early? What was that we were doing over there? I said, okay, I'll go and talk to that security person. No, you don't go, I will talk. Okay, you go and talk. So then he said, okay, you go by that line quickly. So I went straight away by shortcut. And after that security, and then rushed to the gate. And after reaching the gate, they told 1 hour late, Ram Krishna. See how much excitement, how much excitement. Why the hurry problem comes in our life? Because we are not disciplined. See? This happened in Melbourne, where I was staying 80 miles away from the airport. So one of the friends, Swamiji, you come and stay tonight with us. And tomorrow morning I will drop you to the airport. It takes 10 minutes. I said, all right. I went there. I said, hey, come on, Swamiji, don't worry. I have been doing it for the last 35 years. I said, that doesn't stop you from doing mistake. No, don't worry. We started 10 minutes before. No gas. Then we had to go to the petrol station, fill in the gas. By the time we reached, the gate was closed. Sorry, you are late. I said, Mahatma ji, ab main ud ke jaun? What do I do? Then they say the next flight is at 4 o'clock. Only 1 hour flight, not much. So from 8 o'clock to 4 o'clock, I said, no, I'll stay on the airport, I will not come to your house. Second time I'll miss. And then I reached there by 5:30 or 5:15, and 6 o'clock was the lecture, and the drive was 1 hour. And then that person was driving like a hero of a Hindi movie. And dashed there, and Om Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Hare Ram, 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 Ram. See, can't we plan our life so that we lead a life without hurry and worry? Whenever we are in a hurry, we are worried. They go together, they are twins. Like, Chinta, Chita, Samapkhyata, it is said. The Chinta and Chita, they are twins. The Chita burns the dead one and the Chinta burns the live one. So the hurry and the worry, they are always together. See? And to get out of their clutches, we have to have a perfect control over our mind. And controlling the mind means this. And when you start, rather when you want to do this, there is one simple technique I'll tell you. There is one lady like this Amma, very, very nice, capable. She is working in a hospital. She is not anyway, nothing to do with the medical profession. Only the front desk. And because of her qualities, she is Indian girl. Because of her qualities, she has rose to a big position. And everybody, the director of the hospital to the sweeper, everybody has to go and say hi to her. And all of them have got only one question. Last 15 years we are seeing you. You are never depressed, you are never miserable, you are never late, you have never complained. What is the secret? She said, Swami, they asked me, I don't know what is the secret. It is like that. I said, Mama, the secret is, you are constantly humming Lord's name. Don't keep the mind free. Be attentive. Disciplined, educated and engaged mind is alone controlled mind. So, if we want to control the mind, first is discipline. Second is education of the mind. And then the third thing comes, engage the mind. So how do we engage the mind? Keep on humming the Lord's name. Om Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. And when we thus keep our mind engaged, that is the best way to bypass the time if you chant the Lord's name for a time pass. Don't do that for filling the form. I had to complete 108 malas, Like, many people do that Hanuman Chalisa 108 times. Hanumanji get confused. Don't go into the quantity. And the most of us are miserable, never because of shortage of time. We are all miserable because of excess of time. See? अब क्या करें? गुप्ता जी क्या हो रहा है? कुछ नहीं, चलो पिक्चर देखने जाते. गुप्ता जी चले गए. And Gupti is waiting at home. Gupta ji kahan gaya? And then Gupta ji comes late and Gupti is very angry. Where did you go? No, he told me, Verma ji told, come for a movie. So I thought, okay, nothing to do, I went there. Are we furniture? See, friends. Nobody can dictate us how we spend our time. See, friends, and for that it is necessary that our mind is engaged. Keep on chanting the Lord's name, not mechanically, but with ras. Raso vaisaha, rasagam hevayam labdvanandi bhavati. See? And when we thus keep ourselves occupied, keep on chanting the Lord's name, a stage comes when every cell of our body will keep on chanting the Lord's name. Every cell. There was a great Mahatma on Narmada bank. Narmada is one river which I like very much. Whenever I go to Gujarat, I go to Malsar, Nareshwar. Very beautiful place. You can go and spend hours together. So one Mahatma was just lying down there. So arrogant Mahatma like me, he said to his followers, see, these people, useless, don't do anything for the society, eating and sleeping, they become Mahatma. So that Mahatma ji called that arrogant Mahatma like me, put your ear on my heart. So, Ram, Ram. This Mahatma said, you don't keep on chanting. No, I am not chanting. No, I heard you chanting. Okay, do it on my palm. He puts his ear on the palm. Again, Ram, Ram. Others keep quiet, okay? Again, same, Ram is coming. Then he said, take that stone, put it to your ear. No, nothing is coming. No, it is coming. Show it to me. He takes that stone. Yes, Ram, I can hear you here now. The stone starts chanting Ram. Friends, these are not stories. We have experienced this. This can happen only if our mind is fully involved. See, friends, we are mother, father, husband, wife, part-time. Spiritual life is not a part-time profession. It is a full-time preoccupation. See. But normally what happens, when Vivekananda came here 100 years before, after his lecture was heard, one doctor came and said, hey Swami, you spoke something great. Can you teach me that? So that great Mahatma, before he could say anything, he said, I am a doctor and I earn $1,000 an hour. So tell me quickly, because I am in a hurry. See, hurry, worry, curry. So Swami Vivekananda said, you have already spent 5 minutes. So now you have got only 55 minutes. This knowledge which you have gained, wherefrom you earn $1,000 an hour, you give me that knowledge in exchange, I will give you my knowledge in exchange, barter system. So the doctor laughed. No man, 27.5 years I took to get my basic degree. Thereafter 27.5 years I have killed many people to become a professional doctor. And now I got this. See. So, Swami Vivekananda said, to get the worldly knowledge, you required 55 years. And to get the divine experience, you want in 27.5 minutes. See, friends, where we lack is this half-heartedness. Vivekananda once asked, before he became Vivekananda, to his Guru, Mother talks to you. Why she doesn't talk to me? Swami Ramakrishna Paramahamsa said, you don't want to talk to her. No, I want to talk to her. No, it cannot be. If you really want to talk to her, she will talk to you. I really want. You are saying really doesn't make any difference. Really means what? As a young boy, he asked. He said, let's bother about it later. Let's go and take bath. This is the bath time. Both of them went to the Ganges and the Guru put his head below the waters. How long? 1 hour. 10, 15, 20 seconds are enough. And then he was suffocating inside. He didn't allow him to come. Finally, he dashed the hand of his Guru, and outside coming, he said, as much you are dying to breathe when you are below the waters. When that much you will die to talk to mother, she will talk to you. See, friends, one great Mahatma for Vrindavan, he used to tell this story. Our devotion is like what? A big Sethji sitting, Chunnu Munnu in his lap. Chunnu is putting the finger in the nose, Munnu is putting the finger in the ear, and Sethani is standing there studded with gold and diamond. And this Mahatma Sethji is counting hundreds and thousands of notes, and that time when Bhagavan Krishna comes, wait a minute. This is how our devotion is. It not our devotion like this? We go to the temple, Lord, don't we say Sarvantaryami, Sarvashaktiman means what? Oh Lord, we have got all the powers but no desires. Lord says, yes, I know that. Oh Lord, I have got all the desires but no power. I know that, Lord says. Then we say, why not we sign an MOU? My infinite desires and your infinite power, let it come together, and desire fulfillment becomes our devotion. See, friends, Kathopanishad concludes with a mantra. When it is said, Yada sarve pramuchyante kama yasya hridishritaha atha martyaha amruto bhavati atra brahma samashnute. When we live at a zero desire level, atra brahma samashnute, you are one with the Absolute. What separates us from the Lord is only this virus of desire. And when we have no desire in our deep sleep, we are one with the Lord. Prashnopanishad says, Ahar Ahar Brahma Gamayati. Every night when we go into deep sleep, we are one with the Lord. And that is why when out of the sleep we come, we are so recharged. Where from the recharging comes? Because we are one with the infinite. So what is that? What is separating us from the Lord is this one virus called as desire. Arjuna asked a question in Bhagavad Gita. Sthita prajnasya ka bhasha samadhistasya keshava stitadhi kim prabhasheta kimasita vrajeta kim. A person of steady wisdom. What is the meaning of meditation for him? Does he sit in the meditation and suffer silently in the darkness? What is the meaning of meditation? Bhagavan Krishna answers. Prajahati yada kaman sarvan partha manogatan yada manogatan sarvan kaman prajahati. When one is entertaining zero desires, see, he is living in meditation. We only say bhajan. Dehi bidhi rakhe ram, dehi bidhi rai. That is why, all our Bhagwans, they have got this mudra. You know what they mean? Enough. And if you don't listen, give one. This is what the Lord says. Yada sarve pramuchyante kama yasya urdhishritaha. When no desire is entertained. See, these are the subtle points which we have to catch. In Bhagavad Mahapuran, Bhagwan Narsimha appeared and the job was done. And then Bhagwan asked Prahlad ji, now what is your desire? You ask me, I shall fulfill your desire. He said, nothing. He said, I cannot go. This is necessary for me that I have to give you a boon. Because when you see me, I have to give you a boon. You cannot say no. Then this Prahlad, the great devotee, gets frustrated. What to ask? I really don't want anything. I don't want anything. He said, okay, Lord, I remember now. What is that? Because you are again and again asking. Ask something, ask something. What is your desire? There may be remnant seeds of desire dormant at this moment. Oh Lord, remove even those seeds. See, friends, any desire you have, you cannot be at peace. Take your day-to-day example. Suppose you have to catch a flight 7 o'clock in the morning. 3 hours you have to go to the airport before 3 hours reporting time. So 4 o'clock you have to reach. Your driving timing is 1 hour. So 3 o'clock you have to leave. So you want to finish your dinner little early and go to sleep so that you can wake up at 2:30, finish bath, change yourself, become fresh and go to the airport. So the first part happens. We finish our breakfast, dinner early and go to sleep. From 8 to 2:30, 297 times we see. One desire, you have to catch a flight. Your whole night is destroyed, is it not? We have got Himalayan desires. Our life is destroyed. Therefore, please remember this basic principle. Desire fulfillment cannot be the spiritual path. We have to transcend the desires. And when this is understood, then we are working on the mind. Desire fulfillment is a catch. And it is for this purpose, the mind doesn't allow us to remain in the present. Keeps on either sending in the past or the future or the comparison. Her son is going for tennis. Okay, my daughter will go for Bharatanatyam. Competition. Is it necessary? Your daughter is a round figure. She cannot lift her leg. And you want to give her Bharatanatyam. But competition, you know. It's not only your son is going on. See, friends. And thus we make our own life miserable. See. The day we get freedom from desires, understand God's grace is showering on us. See? But we want to improve God's creation. One example I'll give you. Somewhere I went, very old house in India. Big bungalow and very big compound, and they had a very big, huge gate. So in that house, the people must be talking, Swamiji is coming, Swamiji is coming. And when I came from the big gate, twins, one girl and one boy, must be about 5 years or so. So as the girls are always smart, the girl came running like an Alsatian and jumped on me. Swamiji, we were waiting for you. So I hugged her and kissed her. When I kissed her, Swamiji, I don't like your beard. I said, I don't like you, go on. Thereafter, the brother, when sister has done, he has to do. He also came running. He also jumped like an Alsatian. I hugged him, kissed him. He says, Swamiji, I like your beard so much. Now tell me, between these two, whom I will like? The one who accepted me as I am, is it not? When we accept the God's decision about our life as they are, we have transcended all the desires. We feel that poor God has made one mistake of creating us. Now the second mistake, he doesn't know how to handle us. See friends, that heart where there is devotion, there is no complaint. Where there is complaint, there is no devotion. With this attitude, when we live, mind will be disciplined, educated and engaged. Three things. Remember these three principles. Discipline with reference to our day-to-day activities. There is one book I read many years before. All that we need to know, this is the title of the book. All that we need to know is what we studied in kindergarten. Such a funny title, you know. And naturally when we take any book, we don't read from the first page, we go to the back, isn't it? So it is written there, start from the first page. And what is written there is what we studied in kindergarten. Early to bed and early to rise is the way to be healthy, wealthy and wise. And we go late to bed and late to rise is the way to be unhealthy and otherwise. See friends, discipline is necessary. Otherwise keep on, and when we come and gossip, do you think anything we get out of it? Physical 8 hours work is equal to 1 hour of talking. 8 hours of talking is equal to 1 minute of thinking. And 8 hours of thinking is equal to 1 moment of worrying. See how much energy we waste. And when we thus get totally exhausted, all the energy is drained. And then the phone comes. The 8080 number that you dialed is out of reach. Because we are never available to the divine call from within. Therefore, friends, discipline, education, and what is the third? Very good. Engaging the mind in Lord's name, not in gossiping. You will go beyond these three problems of hurry, worry and curry. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.